Live on Facebook. So we're 9 minutes early. It's going to start soon. We're already gathering some people, getting ready. And if you already like to talk about something, then just start talking. No worries. So, okay. We're live right now on Facebook. So that is working. Let's see. So we got that. Minimize view. So we're getting ready now for the meetup. If you're watching this now from Facebook, you can just click the link and join as well. It should be exactly the same. Double checking. 842. Yes, 37. Yes, URL is exactly the same. Always important to check these things. So people are watching now from Facebook. I see 7 people are watching. Please join us as well in the Zoom meeting. You can just click the link in the description. And so you can be part of it as well. Because we're not gonna read the reactions in Facebook and stuff like that. Hey, welcome, Fyodor. How's it going?
I was in another meeting, so.
Ah, no. Hey.
Yeah.
You're already joining the second meeting as a follow-up.
This is my first meeting. Oh, this is the second? No.
I don't know. Have you been in a 3D?
No, this is my first meeting.
Nice, welcome.
But we have set up the training session on Wednesday.
Ah, yes, I see. Okay.
That's me.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, because I just see your name right now.
Yeah.
I think it's different from
a bit. Well, it's a bit short.
Yeah. Welcome. Where are you from? What's your name, by the way?
Bernd. B-E-R.
Oh, Bernd. Yeah.
Bernd.
I remember. Yeah. Okay. So where are you from, Bernd?
Germany, right? South Germany. I see the Alps when I look out of the window.
Nice.
Mountains around.
Ah, you got a good view.
Yeah, well, it's okay. But mostly I have no time to look at the mountains. I have to look at the screen. So.
You have to put up some mountains as a virtual background.
Yeah, okay. That's a good idea, yes.
Yeah.
And your 3D background seems like almost like enterprise.
Yeah, right. I like this as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and especially with the green screen, because if I do with, let's see, virtual background.
Do you have a green screen?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Like,
Professional. I was in the TV business for many years.
okay.
And green screen and blue screen was standard business for us. We developed, my company developed the first virtual sets worldwide. Virtual set means all on TV when you see virtual backgrounds for news, news, for sport, studio, etc., where all the background is computer generated.
Yeah.
Okay. And they stand in front of a green screen, but of course you have these very nice pictures in the background.
Yeah.
Very, very complicated, the combination of cameras, several cameras with a computer.
Yeah.
So that the camera and the computer are fully synchronized. And also when you move the camera, that the background is moving exactly the same.
Okay.
That requires a lot of compute power.
Have you seen this this video I've posted, I think, last week about Facebook Messenger having these 360 panoramas as a virtual background?
No.
Because with this, you can take your phone and have the same like video calling, put a virtual background just like now, but then it takes a 360 image as a virtual background. So when you move your phone to the left or to the right, it goes with you as well.
Okay. Good.
So yeah, it's getting closer, these techniques. That's I think. But
I don't like to use the phone a lot for the 3D. I think it's just too small.
Yeah.
It's I mean, just the tours. My tours are architectural tours, so I'm a real estate agent, and on the mobile, it's so small, it's useless. You know, it doesn't make sense. But I see that more than half, now it's about 55% of people visiting our website are visiting through mobile.
Yeah.
So that's a pity because it's really not good enough.
Yeah. So even if you don't like it, always take care of like.
Yeah, right. You have to. You need the customers. You know?
Yeah.
So,
I hope
Theodore Paris sounds Greek.
Yeah, he's Greek.
He's Greek. Isam Satan is more difficult. Iran.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm good guess, right?
Hey.
Who is that?
Hey.
Welcome, Mark.
Branko. No, that's not Branko. So.
Hey, I'm more Tunisian, living in Dubai.
Okay.
But it's close by.
Okay, it's not too far. Okay.
Yeah,
I think it was a good guess. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you organized this other meetup last week, right?
Yes, it was me. Yeah.
Nice. How did it go?
It was fine. It was good. Yeah. I got like 33 subscribers, but at the end we end up like 12, I think.
Okay.
It was more of question answer and sharing some knowledge. That's it.
Yeah.
And I'm planning to do it next time also because they asked for some skins tips and stuff. I'll do it next Saturday also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And have you already been releasing the recording?
Not really. I forgot completely. I will do it now.
No, I totally get that feeling.
Yeah, but the idea of live streaming directly, and I like the idea of just live streaming, and after that you don't need to upload it.
You don't have to think about it anymore. Yeah. I mean, right now I'm live streaming it to Facebook, so I don't have to re-upload it again. I'm still going to put it on YouTube, so it's all there as well. But yeah, it definitely has its advantages to live stream.
Yeah. No, but I think next time I will broadcast directly to Facebook and YouTube on the same time, and it will be great.
Yeah, it should be possible as well, I think.
Not through Zoom, but because my job also, I do live streaming. I have like a complete platform where I can take the signal from Zoom and place to all the other platforms.
Yeah.
Geht nicht.
I'm just muting. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the last part I didn't get what you were saying.
No, I said I'm using like a live stream software where I'm getting the output from Zoom, and I can broadcast it to all the other platforms like Twitter, YouTube, Facebook on the same time.
And which one do you use for that? Because I've seen something like Restream or something, but
no, the Restream when you are giving him the actual live stream. But you need another software. What I'm using here, something from Vimeo called Livestream already, or I'm using also Vmix to live stream. So when you upload it to any platform, it will duplicate the signal, and you can broadcast it to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, all of this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that's something to look more into.
And now this is what I'm trying to do now for the 360. I'm trying to implement a live stream on the 360 itself. So, you know, like, for example, if you have like YouTube event, this is what I'm doing now. Because I'm a video editor and this is my workstation.
Yeah.
I'm doing a live stream, and I'm thinking now to present to the client like a small platform where I can every week implement a new stream without even uploading the signal, uploading the 360 again.
Yeah.
There is a trick with YouTube. You can embed like a link, and every time you are live streaming, it will be active.
Okay.
I didn't do it yet, and this is in my pipeline, but I need to figure it out.
Also, you can use rebrandly. It's like a bit.ly thing. You know these link shorteners, right?
Sorry, no. Which one?
No. You have these link shorteners. I have one in here as well. bit.ly/by3DVista for some referrals. But it's to shorten the link and to make it very easy to read. And the problem with bit.ly is that you cannot change the link, the URL. With rebrandly, it's I'll put it in the chat as well. Rebrandly, you can have a short URL, and then you can change the URL later on again. So in some tours, I know that I'm going to refer to a URL to refer to another tour. But if the tour is going to be hosted somewhere else, I need to change the link over all these little hotspots that I added this URL in. So now I have one URL, the rebrandly link, and then I go to rebrandly and I change the URL once, and it's changing to all these other hotspots as well.
Yeah, but I don't know if this would work also for video.
Yeah, well, it depends if you stream the video somewhere. Like if you stream it on YouTube, you can change the YouTube link in the rebrandly.
Yeah, but 3DVista will take this rebranding link, and he can see the video itself. This is not the part. If the API, it will work with.
Let me quickly take.
This is to solve the problem completely.
So meanwhile, I'm taking the stuff ready so I can show you, because I think it's an interesting thing for everyone. So let's see. Okay. So let me share my screen. So I have a tour in here. Let's see. This is my experimental tool, by the way. Let's create a little pop-up. See. So yeah. Now, for example, I have this video, one of these tutorials that I have, and I take the link, but instead I'm putting this link in 3DVista like I would like this. Now it's static. So when I'm going to publish this tour and I need to change this URL, it's well, you got to republish everything.
Yeah.
So you see it's working, the YouTube video. Okay. Let's see. So we got this. And now we are going to put this link, this URL, in rebrandly, and then say, okay, you can say, cool, Ronald YouTube video, whatever. I need to come up with something. And then I say create link. I copy this link. I paste it in here. And it's going to, well, do basically the same right here. Okay. This is a little fail.
Yeah, this
it
is my
should
issue.
do the same.
This is what I told you. It will detect the YouTube link as a video.
Oh yeah, of course. So it's got to be the share link, and then it should be
That one. Just to copy the one down.
this one. I think yeah, there was something like embed as well. Yeah.
No, but the embed you cannot. This will be iframe, and you cannot change it after.
Oh, this is part. Wait, share. So this is the correct URL. It's with the embed after this, the youtube.com/embed, and then this URL thing. And then we put this in here, and then say save. And now it should work properly. Yes. So now I can publish this tour. And now if I want to change the URL, I can go to like a video, I don't know, from Ben Clement. And then take this, oh no, share, embed, take this URL, which is, I don't know, a bit strange. Copy. Here it is. And then now we go to rebrandly, change this URL, save. And now when I'm not sure if I can refresh this and it will show the new one. Yeah, already. So now I can change the URL externally.
Bravo.
Yeah, nice, right?
Yeah, cool. I have to try this for live stream also.
Yeah.
If the live stream, it will work. Because my idea is to have like a live stream platform where every time I'm going live, it will be embedded in the 360 tour.
Yeah. Okay. So more people joined. Welcome all. Let's see. Yeah, we can do some introductions maybe to start with, and then go over to the beta. If anyone still haven't introduced him or herself, like, hey, can I say something? Feel free. Lower hand. I think Ron wants to talk. Or not. Lower hand. There's some little icon in the Zoom, but doesn't matter. Anyone? Otherwise, we keep on to the beta, to part 1. Okay, let's go. Okay. Yeah.
How do I upload a photograph?
How do you like to show it?
I just want to upload my photos, so there's not just the short few letters here, so people see who is on the phone.
You mean in Zoom? Or
Yeah,
yeah. Oh, good question. Let's see, how did that go? Does anyone know?
Well, a few people should know, they have done it.
Yeah, I think it's somewhere in this.
What was the question?
How to change your Zoom picture that you have like something by default. I think you have to open Zoom.
But normally, if you have to sign in, not as a guest, because as a guest you cannot.
Okay.
Do you see the Zoom screen on when I'm sharing?
Okay, I will do that afterwards.
It's on the right. When you are in the Zoom settings on the right, you see like a profile picture and you can add it there.
Okay, good.
Let's see. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, hotspots. So in the beta, 3DVista has been releasing. Let's see, there should be some release notes. Yes. They've released a few things. Let's see. Yeah. And the most important thing is how to add panoramas now and all the hotspots. They've included a drag and drop system, basically. So the old way to add a hotspot to a panorama is to click on an image, click on one of these things, select them, go here, add action, open panorama, go there, done, go to your other panorama, click. Well, and this gets quite tiring when you have to do this over 100 panoramas. Well, with these clicks, you connect them to each other. So let's remove these now. This and this. And let's just see how the new way goes. So new way is like you take this second panorama, pano 3, you drag and drop it over the place you want it. You say create return hotspot. I can select one of these hotspots. I can say with this, I'm putting back the return point, so where it's going to be placed in the second panorama. I click add, and it's already created. So now, even the naming convention, so it says go to panorama 3 with the name of the panorama, so coffee game. And the same in pano 3, it's already renamed to go to pano 2. So this helps you, obviously, it's saving a lot of work on connecting all these hotspot waypoints and all these things to each other.
What about the symbols? Can you select one?
This one, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it's just taking the symbol. Can you choose which one you would like for?
Oh, yeah. So to do that is, I'm going to remove it now again. Let's do it again. So I go to drag and drop it. And
okay.
Things, they are recent, but I can also click add from the library.
Okay.
And then I get all these things.
Yeah, okay.
So then I might say, well, I like this one more. Say select, or your custom made. And it will take the one you just took in both panoramas.
Okay, fine.
So, yeah. Other ways to handle this is sometimes this might not work because, well, You might use images always to navigate, but some people, they use, for example, something like a polygon. They put it on a door like this. And well, then it's not that easy anymore because you still have to do add action and select the panorama. Another way to do this now with the beta release is that you can drag and drop this second panorama right to the hotspot. So in this case, the polygon. And now the action to go to this panorama is already there. So yeah, I think that's pretty awesome. Let's see, I'm checking the chat. Okay, thank you, Theo. Anyway, okay, so this now this is with panoramas. Now another part of this is we can also say, for example, videos. So let's say I am in, I go to this training space and here is something like a screen and I want to make a pop-up video on this screen. What I can do now is to say, go to hotspots. Instead of panoramas, I go to videos. I drag and drop this video on the screen. I take this icon or I go to the library to select one and I say video. Now this video is there and watch TV, whatever the tooltip is going to be. Preview this. Wow, I have to disable this. And you can now click the pop-up and it will show the pop-up video. So, and the same thing goes with, for example, a web URL. Let's say my own website. I want to put this on, yeah, I don't know, somewhere here. I can, instead of, well, the website is not a 360 video, not a photo album, not a floor plan, more quick. So on more quick, there are a few actions like open URL. So now I can say open URL, put it here, say this is an information thing, paste it. Yeah, open in a new tab, I think that's nice. And preview this. Oh, yeah. I'll quickly disable this thing. Skin. This, yes. It's better. So now I can go to this information thing, click here, and it opens the website. So, well, I mean, compared this to what we've been used to all this time, it saves a lot of work. When you had to include a website like this, was image, search for the icon. Yeah, well, yeah, there it is. Go here, add action, search, open URL, and then add it. It's not a huge, but it's way more convenient to work this way, I think.
Ronald, may I ask a question?
Of course.
Do you know when it would be possible to set markers in the 360 view? You know, it would be much easier, much more precise. I mean, anything to place a video, whatever, in the 360 view, not in the rectangular view. Because that's
like this
very imprecise.
But you want to have it in the settings and then add it.
Yes, here. I want to set it here in this view.
As far as I know, that's not possible yet. But I don't know. Maybe someone else figured out a way.
I think I've read that they are working on it, but I have no idea when it would be released. I'm missing that very much because it would make life much easier.
Yeah. Maybe someone else knows.
It's not possible in this version here, but I never saw. I never heard they are working on it. But For me, it's much easier to put the hotspot as it is now, because you can see the entire picture there.
Okay.
But it's up to your preference.
Yeah. Okay, I'm reading the comments as well. How long does it usually take to release? Well, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks, something like that, usually for 3DVista. Roman, what do you think? What's the time for 3DVista to release beta things?
That's me. Well, you ask me or?
Yeah. Wow.
Ah, sorry.
I don't know.
I didn't hear.
No.
Well. Yeah, that's today. Yeah, my Monday started very. Almost like I have to go in bed and sleep. I don't know. Actually, I really don't work in the beta because I want it, but all my work actually is have to be done quickly, and I'm afraid to use a beta for the final job, so I'm not using a lot.
I guess. Well, maybe you knew because,
know.
Well, I mean, I know that you're also a quite advanced user, so that's why I was like double checking.
Yeah, I hope. Actually, those features are really great. Expecting much more from the 3DVista. This is actually will save some time, absolutely. But I'm waiting a more precise, more accurate, dynamic movement on the transition between one panorama to another panorama, because it still is not as competition has.
Yeah.
And
you mean the 3D transitions are not as smooth as they could be?
No, it's not as smooth at all. And that's something what I think it's really helpful. Yeah, this new feature with adding panorama in the space and you adding the point, that's really helpful, absolutely. But I don't know, we'll see. Obviously, they work a lot.
Definitely.
They're working all the time. Yeah, that's I'm using so many programs. Today I had a meeting with the customer, and he asked me how much job is to finish the tour I did last week with the 50 or something panoramas. And I said, it's not about only the 3DVista. I'm using six different programs to do that. It's really a huge job. So it's not only about 3DVista. If you want really quality or something like that, like 20K of photos, you need a lot of different tools and knowledge and etc.
Yeah.
So yeah, but what I want to say, no one doing that much updates as a 3DVista. So what I want to say, I'm using 6-7 different programs, but when I have a problem, that's my problem. But 3DVista obviously working every day to solve the issues and adding new features, which is really great. So probably in the next year, I hope we'll expect so much stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my opinion. We'll see. But the beta, I'm not using the beta at all.
No.
Almost at all. Almost nothing. Yeah.
So this
I'm
is like
afraid
a preview trailer for you. Like, oh, this is coming. Nice, right?
No, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that online all the time. I saw that this is coming, and I also asked Ricoh to give me a link for the beta, but I didn't install.
Okay.
I still have some issues with the regular. You know that I have a few days ago with really some weird experience. Actually, Sabine says she has the same, and suddenly started to work. I don't know how, why, because of I don't know.
You mean a crash?
So, no, I actually had a crash, and after a crash, my copy paste of the hotspots doesn't work. It's really annoying, so you cannot copy paste. And I try everything. I delete the 3DVista, I install again, I restart my computer, I clean cache before of that, I clean cache 2-3 times, blah, blah, blah. Everything I know, I tried, nothing. So suddenly, I give it up. I give it up, and I republish one of my tours with some new features, and I preview it in a viewer on 3DVista. And after that moment, copy paste started to work.
At that moment, what?
After I preview, and before that, after I published the final version, I done, the copy paste started to work.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And yeah, Sabine says she had the same problem.
Okay.
A few times. On Mac. So yeah.
Yeah. Well.
All kind of fears to use the beta.
Always make a lot of backups.
I'm saving all the time. I have all my. Do you know that I have every single published versions I have separately saved.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a project. I have version 1, version 101, 102, 103. All published version I have backup. So
now, what's your way to go? Do you do save as and then version 1 or with project with media, right?
No, I just saving, and I export the media when I have some kind of version final for the client or for me.
Yeah.
And I export. Then I compress the file and I save it.
Yeah.
And cloud and in my backup store. And then I working again. When I have other features or some extra, I again published with a new version and I save. So all version I have saved for all my customers.
Okay.
If I have a problem with the version because of the 3DVista,
you can always go back.
I can republish the version lower without the problem, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's also one thing I've seen in the beta. Now they've changed this little title, like create project backup with media instead of project with media.
I don't know what it means.
Huh?
You know? I don't know what it means. What you know?
This one.
Yeah, create project backup with media.
So this is what you're doing at the final stage, right? You say okay, backup, then say select folder. This is what you're doing at the final stage, right? You say okay.
Can I share something about that feature? Oh, sorry. Then I'll be just listening. Really bad mic today.
You have echo. So yeah, and you have backup, and then?
And now it has this with everything connected to each other. So it creates these folders.
Publish?
And no. And the good thing about this is that you can take this this folder, this backup folder, and move this to some other location, and it will still open without this thing with all the missing files. So I say folder in folder, for example. I'm just going to mess it up. So usually you would say, now it's going to say missing files. So saving this. And now I go here, experimental project. I open it. Okay. Other error. Okay. Yeah. I should have tried this in the actual version.
Yeah.
Also I'm using the same technique. Sorry, I'm using the same technique just because I'm working from home and office. I'm saving always. If I'm home, I will save it. I'm using the Dropbox.
Yeah.
I'm just exporting there.
Yeah.
And just continuing working here, exporting again.
Yeah.
Just replacing the project as if I have like a cloud version, because they don't have a cloud version, and it's working fine. Just you have to link always the same media. This is the only thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Ronald, you know what is actually workflow? When I start a project, I open on my hard drive, external hard drive, the folder with panoramas, with logos, with design stuff, with all kind of folders, which I use exactly on the same project. So it's always in the same place, and I have backup of that. So if I lose everything, I still have all files in one place, without media, without backup, without editing.
Yeah.
But it's all on one place. So I'm not using from the computer from the different locations.
Yeah.
So all things I use on the TED project is on the foldering in my special project folder. So,
Yeah.
The only thing is that when you, as soon as you are going to move the .vtp file, the original project file, to some other location, it will ask you to do all the file missing things.
Yeah.
So
but this is my working, working this. So if I need to, let's say if I delete and if I need in the future the same files, I'll just copy paste on the same location and I have all my files there. So
yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Keep backups.
Definitely.
And it's not enough sometimes. If the 3DVista stopped to work.
I'm trying to. Now I see why it was going wrong. Because it was opening the project file that I was trying to open in the regular 3DVista, the non-beta version. So then it's not working. That's why. Because that's the default app for opening VTP files.
So you have your files in the beta and also in the regular 3DVista.
Yeah, the thing is when you open a project file in the beta, then it's going to as soon as you save it, it's a beta project, and then you are screwed if you have a very good project on it, because if you then want to go back to your original 3DVista thing, then you cannot do this because it's opened in the newer version, the beta.
Yeah, so, because the newer version. Yeah.
So as soon as you are going to open a project in the beta, you first do save as the project file, rename it to beta, and then open that in the beta.
Okay.
So you always have this, because otherwise.
Yeah, it will stay in the original in the 3DVista. So save as new project /beta or whatever, and that's it.
Yeah.
I did that stupid mistake, and I spent the last 3 days redoing the same project on the stable version, because it was like a bug on the beta version. I cannot choose the initial view.
Yeah.
Even I'm putting it with the dot, it's not working. And I got the comment from my client, no, I need to land on this specific angle.
Yeah.
And I cannot go back to the stable version. I have to redo everything again on the stable version. But the good thing, you can export the skin from the beta to the stable version. It will work. I don't have to redesign everything again.
Yeah, the skin can be really a problem.
Yeah.
I spent 2-3 days in this project. I worked only for skin, so that can be yes.
And talking about it, I've shared it a few times in the Slack group, but I'm going to share it again. It's something I use. It's this little program here on the bottom, autosaver. It's from Door to Windows. I don't know if there's a Mac version. If anyone knows, let me know. But you can just select a program and say 3DVista and make a save automatically every 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Because this is not embedded in 3DVista to have an autosaver. So this is still a way you can do it automatically. Because pressing Ctrl+S is somehow not a habit in me, even though I try a lot.
I didn't find that in Mac, but I think you can add order. Yeah, I think you have to make it in the Mac.
Yeah. I was basically looking for a Ctrl+S program.
Yeah.
That only does that.
The shortcut. What is going with the Slack? I see some.
Do
you have?
That's a good thing.
You moving something from there?
Yeah. So what I did is there were in the Slack group there were a lot of channels, and I think it was a bit overwhelming, and some people mentioned it was overwhelming. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to archive all these channels. So I put it back to general chat and JavaScript. Now I see some feedback from Timothy Kosman about maybe we should have a few more channels. Okay, let's do that. I just didn't want to overwhelm. So Now, because I did this, we have a discussion on how to organize it. Otherwise, I would be thinking, how do I do this? So I need some response, some input from you guys, how you think it should be. So I think this is a good way. So we can try this. But if anyone has other suggestions or whatever, just let me know. Or the group.
Whatever.
But basically, you can still search the 3DVista group and say YouTube, for example. And still everything in the YouTube channel, online meetups, they are still searchable.
There's a YouTube channel?
What do you mean?
I didn't know there was a YouTube channel.
You mean from 3DVista or?
Oh, is it for the 3DVista YouTube channel or?
No, it was more like as in we had a channel called YouTube. Yeah, this one. And for example, Fyodor was sharing online meetups in this channel, and other people were sharing some tutorials they found around 3DVista around in this channel. But yeah, we're still trying to figure out what's the best way to save this huge amount of information that is out there and to make it easy to use.
Hey guys,
tricky.
Is this the Slack channel? The Slack page?
This is the Slack channel, yeah. And you can also
I think I asked. I've never used Slack before, so
okay.
Where's the link for it?
Oh no, you haven't asked anything. Yeah?
Oh, haven't I? Oh. Is there a link just in the group somewhere?
I'll share it right away. 1 second.
I think I found one.
Invite people. Share invite link. It expires in 3 days, but yeah. Let's see. I'll put it in the chat. Chat. So here it is, and you can join as well. Okay. Yeah, and beside the Slack, I'm also still experimenting with the tribe, but I don't have enough time right now to take it from a good approach. But I'm going to show you anyway. Yeah. This might be a better way to organize all the information, but I think, well, we have to use it as well. And I'm not sure if it's easy to use now. We got something like all topics. You can follow certain topics in here. Let's say, for example, JavaScript and all the most important information around JavaScript. So if you guys post any questions or any new information around this, I'll be trying to put it sticky to this thing and have all this information organized. But I'm not sure if this is the way. I've shared it a few more times in other meetups. Sorry for the repetition, but for the new people. So, for example, the list of JavaScript lines, everything we found so far. So you can use alert, this get panorama overlay by name. And someone even shared, Johan the Lancer here. He shared something very interesting because I'll show you here as well. To gather hotspots. Oh, so he said, okay, I have this hotspot 1, and now hotspot 1 is added to the list. And you can click the shopping cart, and you see material 1 is added. Now I click 2 is added to the list, and maybe 3 as well. I check the shopping cart, and you can see that they're all listed. So, well, this is, I think, design-wise, still needs some changes, but it's working functionally, technically. And I think that's very interesting. And a lot of people might need this to have this wish list or items to buy. So, yeah, quickly wanted to share this as well. Going on the flow, by the way. Maybe I should get back to the subject of the beta. But... Any comments so far? Let's read the chat.
I have one question.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you for the webinar. We have a problem in our production right now, and we can't solve it. You have an object. It's called map viewer.
Mm-hmm.
So we can implement the map of the flat or something, but we have much bigger map. But this is area, this big area, and
you mean like a floor plan, right?
Yeah, floor plan. Yeah, floor plan, not floor plan. Is it possible to implement the scroll setting in the floor map? We can scroll it and we can zoom it, but we can't see it in the window. You know, it's just no any kind of notification about scroll and about zoom. And the second question then, when sometimes our map it's bigger than the window of the map, so we can scroll on right and left. And some location, is it possible actually to click on the current panorama and to see this hotspot in the map? If the map not in the window, that is it possible to make it, you know, like to move this map automatically to the hotspot,
like a radar system?
Not really, you know, just I can share you the project right now if you
can share your screen, we can look with you.
I can share it right now.
I know what is the problem. Actually, you open a map and you use the map viewer original. Try to open a new viewer and put the map, actually the floor plan, in the viewer, and you'll solve the problem, because you use originally. Because no, you add. First, what you did, you add the map and you use the original map viewer. You didn't add the map in the new viewer in the skin. So try to do that. Maybe it'll be better, because I know what you do. What is your problem? If you use originally, the first step is to go on the floor plan and the new floor plan, and you will get automatically the window of the floor plan. But that floor plan, it's moving, it's not fixed, and can be a problem with the floor plan. But if you add, if you have the skin, the floor plan, and add the floor plan inside, that maybe you can solve your problem. I don't know.
Maybe we will try. The problem that our plan much bigger that we need, and we need to scroll it. We need to actually I send a link and
no. You see who doing that? The Ronald, you no?
Yeah.
You okay? So if you go the floor plan, add the new floor plan, you get the problem you have.
Yeah.
If you open a viewer floor plan and add the floor plan in the viewer, maybe you don't have that problem. Because I can show you, I did that a few days ago, and I was also frustrated because the map was always moving. Maybe
I can show you. Oh wait.
Yeah. No. That's okay. That map is moving. That's okay.
You mean here, scene viewer, map viewer, right? Yeah.
Yes.
And then you have floor plan new. And what happens, for example, if you copy paste a floor plan, it also copy paste exactly the same name of the floor plan viewer. So I called it floor plan new, and now you don't know in the floor plans which one is which. So because there are two. So you mean that you have to rename this as well? Yeah,
but don't use the floor plan as a viewer. You have to add a viewer for the floor plan. That's what I'm talking. So what actually the Ronald just did, because you see the on the upper left corner is a map viewer. This is automatically set up by default when you open the floor plans, but you actually need to open a viewer and add the floor plan map there.
Yeah. So first add the viewer and then add the floor plan, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then select this to the right one.
Yes, and now delete the floor plans, originally floor plan, and that will be, I think that's it.
So
map viewer. You have to deselect the map. Yeah, the map viewer just and now you have floor plan as viewer.
Photo album. Nope. This is still a new one. So
yes.
Let's open it up.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever the image is going to be, of course.
Yeah, whatever the image. Yeah, but you need to open that in that actually the same procedure I rolled it in the viewer, not use the original floor plan viewer. So you have to open a new viewer, add a command that your floor plan is in the viewer, not in the floor plan, and maybe you solve solution. I have the same problem you had. You have actually now. You mentioned, and I was really frustrated because it was changing and moving and not very accurate, and I did that and much better.
So this is the one you've got here.
Is that work? Yeah. But this is a in the left. This is a map viewer. You can zoom it. You can zoom it, and you can drag and draw. That you can scroll and zoom it. That's okay.
You can also disable that, by the way.
Yeah.
The issue there's a no scroll label. You know, it's no. Can you scroll it just to put it closer? Yeah, like this one, and you can click and drag the map. That's okay.
Yeah.
But I would like to see the scrolls. You know, the same like in any kind of viewer.
That you can
like
see that you can
viewer,
scroll.
for example. Yes, but there's no possibility to edit.
I see.
And the second issue, if you click for, I don't know, can you click for some kind of panorama in in this roll up and downstairs, and choose any kind of panorama? Yes, just any. Yeah, click for example, and is it possible to see on the map viewer the location of the exact panorama that you will choose? You know, because when you zoom in, and that panorama is not here. If you put a radar, you will see that how it's work, and you will see that this in your map viewer when you zoom in.
Yeah,
that's not right location that you see, for example.
Want to center the map to the current panorama.
So you don't want to use the radar system, but you like to have, for example, one of these red hotspots in the floor plan to be blue, for example.
Yes, for example, but not only for the blue. No, it's blue. It's okay. That's the we can you can use it in like a radar option. Yeah. But I would like to have the scrolls. I mean, the scrolls label that the user can see that they will able to scroll the panorama, for example.
I would probably do something. I don't know if there's a scroll functionality in here.
It is, but it's not working in.
No, I mean like that you see the scroll bar. That's what you mean.
Yes, you have a scroll bar, but it doesn't work in map viewer, unfortunately.
Yeah, I would probably, because it's not there, I would probably figure out a workaround to solve the problem, because the problem is that people don't understand that they can scroll in. So either give it a little tooltip. So insert a tooltip like scroll with your mouse to zoom in. And then when you're going to preview this, it will always show this little hint like, hey, you can zoom in. So scroll with your mouse to zoom in. You know, this way you can, it's not perfect, but you can work around the way.
Yeah,
but only if you do that in the viewer, not in original map floor option.
Anybody?
What do you mean?
Because I see it's not in the viewer. That map is actually default by the floor plan.
Yeah, that's not in a viewer.
But if you put in a viewer, you have much more option to inform people or whatever, you know.
Okay, we'll try to do it.
Yeah, because the floor plan is really simple tool, and you cannot do anything inside.
Can you hear me, guys?
even you can't turn off. When you turn on, you don't have an X button, or you cannot add any button in the viewer on the floor plan. So you have to actually make the new viewer and add a floor plan inside.
Yeah.
So you have much more options.
So you mean by to activate something like a blue hotspot, you need to duplicate the viewer? Or am I not following you?
No. I'm just saying that the original floor plan doesn't have the options like adding a tooltip or the X button or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If you make the viewer and add the floor plan inside, you have much more options to show.
I see.
Okay, thank you. We'll try it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. More people joining.
Hey, Ronald.
Yeah.
I have an idea. I don't know if how we could do this or not, but
okay.
One of the things that well, in terms of providing resources for everybody, I think when I look through the Facebook page, there's constantly lots of questions that come up, obviously, and oftentimes you see a lot of redundant questions where, oh, this was asked 4 times before, but people didn't know. I'm wondering, I can turn my camera on here, brace yourself, but what I'm wondering is, can we put an FAQ somewhere so people can go, for instance, I'll give you a perfect example because I know this question has been asked multiple times. Mm-hmm. It didn't really pertain to me, so I didn't really absorb it. I kind of skipped past it. Yeah. But now I have a tour where I want to start on a single picture, not a panorama, but an image. And I've seen that question posted, and I do need the answer for those who know how to do it. But if there was somewhere on Slack or somewhere else, an FAQ, I've started building one on my own, just a Word document, like basically a how-to type of document. Yeah. But people can easily get to and say, oh, good chance my question might be answered here.
Yeah.
That'd be, I think, a terrific resource.
And do you already have this?
Oh, where is it?
No, he means do you already have the FAQ?
Yeah.
Oh, where is it?
No, Dave, do you have it?
Oh yeah, you're getting it. Yeah, I was.
So the answer is no. I mean, I've got.
No, okay. Yeah, check.
I don't have it, and as I said, I've started building 1 or 2 things that have come up. I always forget how to find the mobile viewer when I'm doing the preview. Somebody posted that a couple days ago, and I saw the answer, so I jotted it down on my Word document. Yeah, there's the FAQs on the 3DVista page.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where do you find that?
Yeah, because I already knew, and they shared a little bit about this, but they don't promote it too much yet because they're building on it. Yeah. But I think there can be a lot of questions added, and this can be categorized as well because you have FAQ regarding to preparing your content. Then you have all these different settings within 3DVista. So you have FAQ for skin, FAQ for panoramas, for photo albums, videos, and all these things.
Sorry, guys. Dave, for example, people, they don't go and search already before even posting on Facebook. There is a search function in Facebook itself on the group. Just they can type a couple of words and they will have a post already and someone replied on that same question. But people that are lazy, just they want to ask the question directly.
Or they don't know that they could search. Like dumb people like myself didn't know that I could go and type where do you do the search?
On Facebook, I don't know.
FAQ
show him. It's there on the group. You can search on Facebook. Just go to the. Can you let me share my Facebook?
Yeah, of course.
Well, where is that FAQ? What can you post a link to that FAQ, Ronald?
Of course, I can.
wiki3dvista.com.
Yeah. Yeah, or 3dvista.wiki.com. Yeah, wiki.3dvista.com.
Yeah, wiki3dvista. But if you Google it, FAQ wiki 3DVista, you'll find it easily.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we do.
And you have the research button here, and check anything you want. Panorama. And you can have all the things on panorama here. And this is all the questions here.
Hold on, I didn't see it on my screen. Can you go back real quick? I just want to see where that window is.
Sure. And here you have search button here. Can you see it?
Oh, okay. Yep.
And if you have the older Facebook, it's kind of on the left-hand side. If you haven't updated.
Sorry. Yeah.
I can show you that as well. I have the old version.
Okay, I'll stop my sharing here.
Here. Yeah, it's in Dutch, zoeken, but it means search in this group. And so panorama, search, and it search everything. If I want to see everything about myself, because I like finding my own posts, for example, I use my back name, Weiden, and I find all the posts that I put myself and responses and stuff like that. So sometimes, I mean, if I want to stalk Martin, I'm just going to type in Martin and haha, so this is what you're posting on the 3DVista group. Oh, and some other Martins.
Would it not be a good idea? Would it not be a good idea to pin a post to the top of the Facebook channel stating to use that search function in the first instance?
Yeah, definitely.
And I think if we
think that's absolutely amazing to do that.
Guys,
who's in charge of the Facebook group?
I'm going to send a message to 3DVista about this. Yeah.
And sorry guys, for the search, if we can use hashtags, for example, if we are asking regarding the skin, on the question we can use hashtag skin, it would be easier to find also. Or for example, if we are asking for a request, just hashtag, it will make the life easier, it will be cleaner to see the post itself.
You mean with this the hashtag it creates subjects within the group?
No, just to add the hashtag, for example, at the end of the question.
Yeah.
It will be like it will be related to skin, so we can add hashtag skin, for example, or asking this on the beta version, we can add the hashtag on the beta version. So when you click on the hashtag, it will show you more the hashtags, like Twitter.
Okay, guys, I'm stalking you with this. Okay, so hashtag skin.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is.
No, but hashtag will be specific for 3DVista, for example.
Yeah. So 3DVista skin.
Skin. But it will be always this kind of stuff, not skin, because skin will work.
You mean 3DVista skin, right?
Yeah, 3DVista skin. Normally, there is nothing there, only your ad.
I hope not. Okay, technical error, but yeah, it doesn't matter. I think when you are going, try again. Yeah, it will probably be available later. Maybe because it's the first hashtag.
The first one. Let me check from my side here. I'll check here if I can find that.
Yeah, no, it works for me now. If I click on the on just the tag button,
yes,
on the actual link, it just brings it all up, testing.
Okay.
And even you are not on the group itself, just look on Facebook directly and just type that hashtag. It will be give you directly your post.
Yeah.
If you wanna, we can add always a specific hashtags, and we can pin like a small article. Guys, if you are asking about skin, add 3DVista skin. If you are asking about panorama, add 3D panorama.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if someone, if someone add again with a different typing or something, you'll add a new hashtag. So sometimes the problem.
Okay. Well, we can try that.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can organize the 3DVista Facebook group.
Yeah, multiple hashtags, so sure that someone will find it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. definitely.
Yeah, I see a couple of responses here in the chat window that is, as far as starting the, if I want to use a static picture to begin the tour, that the best way to do it is set it the HFLV to 30 degrees. Is that the only way to do it?
What do you mean 30 degrees?
Well, if you look in the chat window, people are saying that I want to start with a flat 2D image, just a basic PNG.
Yeah.
And as opposed to a pano. And Ryan mentioned that the best option is to just put that picture in to change the FVOV to 30 degrees. However, can you start, the tour naturally wants to start on a pano.
Yeah, you can. So I did a new build the other day on a development where we literally only had the house front, and like I couldn't even take a 360 outside. So they gave me a still image. I'm just trying to pull it up now, but basically what we did is just put in a still image and had that come up either. So there's two ways of doing it. You can either have the still image and have it kind of load first, like the overview of everything else that they then have to click out of, or
Dave, I did it once. I put the still image on the loading screen on the skin. So either that when the panorama is loading, you have a still image. You can keep it as many times you want. If someone press or not, but yeah,
no, I thought of the loading screen. Then I knew the problem is that there needs to be skin elements on top of it, where I want to have a still image which has branding and so on for the client, and then from there they can click to go to different places. You know, click on to go to different options. But the loading screen, all you have is that.
It's just saying that you can put in loading screen or in the skin. So if it's on the skin, you have the still image on the skin as a skin, and you can add components you want to press or deactivate it to go anywhere you want. And actually your skin will be the still image. So it's possible.
That's a good point. All right. So you make the background. Well, the skin itself is a still image.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can add a viewer and you can name it like a still image or whatever. And that viewer will be all the time on the skin until someone press the button or go somewhere or whatever you want to activate it. Some of the features. Yeah. I did it with one of my tours. The client want a still image of the really beautiful view from the tower, and the still image is always on. I can show you, and that's the case. Yeah, that's the.
Shall I show or you?
I don't know. I will try to find it. Okay, so
I'm just trying to find my version now, but I think it's already on the server.
Okay. So I think it's here. Okay. Somewhere here, 360. Oh. 360. Yeah. It's not anymore here. Sorry. We changed that. But on that tour was on the beginning was the still image all the time. And when you press the 360 button, 360 icon, it goes to the panorama. Sorry, we changed that. So, but it's possible. Put it on the skin, Dave, and you'll get it what you want. Yeah.
I found this quick photo somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sitting, whatever. So I would probably start to create a container first and then the image. So container, and then say image container. Go to image.
Yeah.
Here, putting it in.
Yeah, fit it.
I want to make it fit outside. Let's something like this. From the bottom is maybe better. Yeah, it's not the greatest. I mean, it's not, well, you can look through this. And then say, okay. But now you're going to preview this and you're like, wow, but now you cannot click it away. So you have to add some actions to remove it.
Yeah, you have to put the actions on the top.
Add action, say, show hide component.
Panorama or something, yeah.
And then hide, on click, hide image container. You can do it with a fade or some slide. I think the slide is nice. And then say done and preview this. And then when I click on it, it's still not working. And I'll explain you why it's not working. And this is very interesting.
Because you press hide.
Because I put it in the image container above instead of on the image.
Right.
And you're clicking on the image here. Now to make this image listen to the container that's above, so it's in the hierarchy, you have to select propagate click to parent. And this one as well. And then you preview it.
And now
it's working.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I've just managed to do literally the same thing as well.
Yeah.
So that's what the propagate means. So in other words, when you click that, it'll do everything, every action you assign to the master container, it's gonna adopt.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, let me make some extra examples on this. I love to explain the propagate to click to parents. So we have these two things. Now, this one, the green one, propagate click to parents. I'm going to check. This white one, I'm not going to check. I'm leaving this like this. Now, basically, I say to the white one, do not listen to the container that's above in the hierarchy. Don't listen to your parent. So when I click it, it's like, I don't listen. But when I click the green one, it does. And what it means is that when you make a lot of buttons and you want to have the same action to all these three things, you don't have to do add action here and click all these things, and here add action, click hide components, add action, hide components. No, you just do it to the container. So.
And you can have nested containers as well.
What?
Well, it's interesting though. If
you can have a nested containers as well. I mean, a parent container, and there might be multiple child containers as well. And you can apply, specific action to a child container, and then a specific action to a parent container as well.
Yeah.
And you can create container within containers and use that propagate action.
Yeah.
Then a specific action to parent container as well. It's still confusing. It might be confusing for some, but yeah, it's actually like you have to sit and try a few things out.
Well, let me share you another example. So, for example, you have this menu, this default one. You might want to say, when it's going to go to the reception, it shows level 2.1. So, what we're showing. Yeah, so this is better. So reception, and it shows this these extra things, and then you click main entrance, and it's hiding. So in the menu, you see that these buttons that show another panorama, they make this menu hide because the hide functionality is in the container that's above with click to parents. But a back button or reception button that should not hide the whole container. So then you turn this off. So you have to find I think if you try enough, then you get it better. But I don't think I make it more clear now.
Oh.
Sorry.
I get the point though.
Yeah, ASO VR. Yeah, it's nested diffs. Yeah. By the way, you also, I thought you had a question because you raised your hand in the Zoom somehow. I don't know how you did it, but I noticed. You're muted, by the way. So I'm going to ask you to unmute because I cannot hear you.
Okay, for the hand, it's the reaction, and you click on the reaction, there is the hand on the Zoom.
Okay. And then you can say thumbs up, I see, and clap.
Yeah.
Maybe you have extra functionalities. Like if you have this, you can ask a question or something so that I know, okay, I'll let you ask.
Cool.
ASO VR, you wanted to share something? Or oh, he's gone now.
Yeah, I learned that propagate to parents in the hardest way to find with myself. You came with your solution too late.
Yeah.
Konferenz oder du schaust dir nur an, wie Leute eine Konferenz machen. Ja, spannend das.
Release notes of the beta. Yeah, muting. Added use GPU experimental option to video conversion in options preferences. You should have supported hardware device. Does anyone know what this can be? This GPU video conversion thing? Because I don't.
GPU graphic.
Maybe anyone else does. Like, yeah, this is what it means.
Maybe high bit rate or something like that.
Yeah.
What graphics card are you using currently?
GTX 1080 from GeForce. I think 1 or 2 years ago that was the high end, but I don't think it's now.
Yeah, I mean they are just updating constantly.
Well, let's just go on to the next thing. Media selection and hotspot subtab has been changed to a single click. Media selection and hotspot. Okay. So media selection. So panoramas, hotspot. Maybe like this. Add action. Okay, I got actually no clue what this means.
Maybe very dynamic and I don't know. No, it's not that.
New navigation option, movement between
Ronald.
Yeah?
I think I know. You just clicked it once and then it added it. And I heard you click it twice the second time.
Yeah. I thought the same. So here, click once.
No, and also with the selection. Where you selected the hotspot.
Yeah. Okay.
I think earlier maybe this was a double tap.
Yeah. So
here. Like here, just press it once. No.
So double click is working, but one click is not working. So I'm not sure about this.
No.
Single click.
Media selection.
A media selection, not a hotspot selection.
So, well then, open media maybe, and then say panorama. Still double clicking. Well, we tried.
Yeah.
New navigation option: movement between panoramas using the cursor keys. Wow.
Oh, that's
holy
yeah,
shit.
that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try this, because how is this going to work out?
Yeah, that sometimes when you're starting with a tour, that's really helpful.
Whoa! I'm using the wait, let me, yeah, well, the arrow keys basically. So now left, you hear my keyboard, right?
Yeah.
And now I go to the front. Oh.
You don't go anywhere.
This one. Okay. Yeah, it's working. Okay. So maybe it's not working because with this one, this is a polygon instead of this. Oh, I'm still using the old way. Come on, Ronald. New way. Okay. This create. Oh no. Ronald. Lekker bezig.
You're too fast.
I'm too fast with my own thinking.
Yeah, that's what I want to
say. And then here as well. So training space. And then go back here at preview. Let's check it out. Wow. I just figured this. Whoa, okay. And let's go back. Wow.
No idea what you're doing.
So, wait, let me.
No, actually, Ronald, it's not displaying properly to our screen. I mean, to our screens.
So, now you can see my arrow keys. Okay.
So it's navigating almost like a game mode.
So, this is. And now I go front. Oh, it's going back.
Yeah, but
maybe I have to point it.
Yeah.
So this has never been possible before.
No.
That's really awesome, this.
I mean, they are adding it, I guess, because, they are introducing 3D depth functionality as well. So, I'm not sure you have heard about, I guess, Pano to VR, I guess. They have introduced a depth functionality where, you can create 3D structure from your normal 360 panoramas itself. Like you can go up, down, front, bank.
I cannot look up as far as I know, but I've just figured that the A is zooming in.
Yeah, I mean, that will work when they have introduced 3D depth. I mean, it's still not possible yet, but when they introduce 3D depth, I guess it might be 2 or 3 months away. So maybe then we'll have that functionality.
I'm just trying every other hotspot key as well. I'm not sure if this is actually going to do something. No, I don't think so. Oh, now I'm fucking up everything. Okay, so that's it. Okay. Yeah, Pano to VR also use this functionality, and yeah, it's nice to have this as well in 3DVista now. Because I had a lot of, well, not a lot maybe, but definitely a few clients who were asking for this functionality. Okay, let's go through the other things. Added the search field in the for each media tab. So this is quite nice, I think.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's for the thing I was talking about is for KR Pano. Just look for KR Pano or 3D depth map and you will get an idea what I was talking about.
What are you trying to say? I don't follow you.
KR Pano.
Yeah.
3D depth map. Just look it up on YouTube and you will get an idea what I was talking about.
Like this, right?
Yeah, the first video.
But actually, it's a plugin, and it's not in KR Pano. You have to use the different software for the.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. You have to develop it. But I mean, this is probably going to get introduced in 3DVista as well, as far as I know. But obviously, it will take some time. But
yeah, this is quite exciting.
Now, Ronald, press WSAD. Just use those keys.
Yeah. The only thing is I cannot turn like this. Or am I missing something? Do you know how to do that as well?
ASWD, I think.
AF.
ASW and D.
SW. Yeah, these are the ones I'm using.
Go up, I guess.
Wait. So.
And click on the hotspots and look at how. I mean, look at those transitions.
So can I enter now? I have to use my mouse to click, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, I don't think there's multiple hotspots here.
Yeah, this is too smooth.
They were actually. Is this the same thing? Let me see. I know.
Hope it's coming soon. Well, like real soon, not soon as in like.
But it's falling apart. It's not. It's in some places in Cayetano, it's really cool, but still, like in the Matterport, you'll see lots of 3D problems and missing a part of the images, and you have to shoot more than one image in 360.
Yeah.
That's another story. And the problem is to do that outside, no way. Only inside.
I've tried that, the software that Carapano uses in the example, and it's really cumbersome. So even if 3DVista is adding it, I don't think I will be using it because it takes a very long time to create something in 3D like that with the right polygons and stuff.
Yeah, and vectors and heights and I know. I also tried in Carapano. It's so much work, especially if you have 50, 60, 70 panoramas. You'll spend a month. Month only to create a 3D vision. And
so
it's still not.
You would have to use like a camera like Matterport or something that has like the cloud where they scan the space.
You don't need. I use my theta Z1 with the Matterport, and I got exactly the same results with their camera, even better, because their camera will not shoot above and on the floor, so you have kind of. But with the theta, you can get the same results with the Matterport 4,000 euros camera. Absolutely. I tried and combined, and I didn't find any differences.
Also scanning the 3D space with the dollhouse?
Yes. Also with the dollhouse, everything. Yeah.
I thought Matterport had like a LiDAR or some scanning cameras inside the camera of the Matterport.
Yeah, they have. But I used my Z1 and I got everything, all features with all the Matterport camera, and then I was confused because I said, "What is the difference? No difference."
I mean, and they've also opened it up for the for iPhones, and I've got the new iPad Pro with the LiDAR scanner, and that works. I literally just downloaded the Matterport to test it. It looked okay. It's not as good, obviously, I think, as the DSLRs, but yeah, no, it works pretty well. So it's kind of, I know that one's got the LiDAR, but I've tested it with the Insta 360 One X. And yeah, it works just as well. So I'm not quite sure how they even still justify selling the actual Matterport cameras, because it works with, like they let it work with the other software, with the other cameras. So yeah, I'm not quite sure how they justify still selling their big cameras.
Yeah, I tried with the Theta Z1, which the sensor size is almost two and a half times bigger than the Matterport sensors. So I get really amazing results, no problem. But that's it. They have to sell something.
Yeah.
And still, a lot of problem with when you're walking. It's really beautiful for some people. If people like it, I also like it. But I'm a photographer, so when I think that my room is falling apart on some places, I don't like it. So I like more the spheres, which is totally full of the pixels. I just finished one of the clients tour, which all images, my images was a 14K, size 50, 60 megabytes. So Altour is about 2.5 gigabytes. No problem to spin on the 3DVista. I'm pretty much sure that that size of the project is not possible to spin on the Matterport.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my client was like, "Wow, what is the size of the images?" I said 14K, and that fast is the spinning. You know, no glitching, no any problems. No, I said that's amazing, absolutely. So.
Oh, yeah. You on the beta releases and things?
Yeah.
So searching functionalities, especially in the library things. So, for example, I have this arrow here, and I can say save this item or replace it. So now, when you look to the library, there's a lot of extra things. You can open the 3DVista market, import the VTL library file. So this is when you buy something from the 3DVista market, you get a VTL file. So here you can import it.
You can import?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So this has been done easier. But also what's very nice is like when you go to all these things and you're scrolling through this, you might think, well, that's fine. One that's nice. Okay, this one. And this one I'm going to use a lot of times. In every tour I'm going to create. So now you can add this to your favorites. And it should show here. And now you always have your favorites here and the recent ones. So also the ones that you've been recently using, you probably use them more and more often. So all these things.
This is a helper. This is a huge helper.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah. Well, how does it know if you've purchased the ones from the marketplace? Because I bought some and I didn't know you could have this marketplace option.
This is in the beta, so that's probably why you didn't see it so far.
It's in the beta. Okay.
Yeah, the beta. Beta. Yeah.
Beta.
It'd be better if it was in the regular version.
Automata.
Yeah, the problem is that you buy these. I bought a batch of animated icons, but the problem is when they're animated PNGs, when you try to select which one that you want to drop into your project, you can't see a preview, at least not in Windows 10.
You can get a preview by clicking once on it, like this.
Right, but you have to save it first to the library.
Yeah.
When I purchase a whole package from the marketplace, now I've got, let's say, 25 icons. They're all in a folder on my computer, and so I want to choose one. Okay, do I want the red circle? Do I want the green circle? Do I want the dotted lines? Whatever. There's no way for me to know which one I'm selecting until I actually click on it and bring it into the project, and then save it from the project into my library.
You can add them all in the library, right? Can't you just drag them to the folder in 3DVista?
I don't know how to do that. There's a way. I don't know where to find all of the icon library. And then drag them in there. I know it says import VTL library. I have no idea how that works. So I don't know how to import them directly into 3DVista, so it'll show up on my menu.
Yeah, that's the problem. So you have to import it manually every time.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
Yeah.
Takes a long. And on top of that, I have two separate computers. So I imported them on my laptop. I took a half an hour and went and labeled them all and saved them all. But the problem is now when I go to my desktop, they don't appear there because it's, I guess, a different instance of 3DVista.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, I can export all my skin in my library, but if I do that and then I import it on my other machine, is it duplicating? If I export my icons, it's exporting all of them. And so if I import it, well, am I now duplicating everything that I already had, except for the new ones? You understand what I'm saying?
Not completely, but I think the most important thing is to figure out a way to import all these images at the same time, right?
Yeah.
So I've downloaded a bunch of icons. And I'm also trying to figure this out because I haven't figured this out. But so Virtual Tour, I don't know your name. I think you mentioned like drag and drop. So let's try that. I'm not sure. No.
I think I saw it somewhere in the 3DVista help files or help files. One of those, maybe even the FAQ. I think they said you have to import them to the right library.
Okay. Oh, it's already. Oh, look at this. I didn't. Oh, this is the first time I'm seeing all these categories now. Let's see. So this would be like.
I guess it's not available yet.
Can I add images to my skin?
I mean, you can still.
Number 10.
You can still find. I guess it's coming. Someone, I'm not sure. I guess I have posted about some, saving those, what do you say, skins, complex skins as sets. So someone has asked if we can actually save those icons permanently inside 3DVista itself. So I guess 3DVista commented on it.
You mean currently it's not possible?
Yeah, I mean, it's not yet possible. Because I actually have fiddled with their library files as well. So that's, I guess, hard-coded. So we can just copy and paste it. I mean, if you go into, your 3DVista directory, inside 3DVista virtual tour and then library folder, there's a .data file. So you actually have to, include your library icons there. Then only they will get imported.
What if we put these in a local store thing? This folder you should never delete. I don't know. Does it make sense?
No, I mean, actually, just go to your installed folder direct. I mean, the 3DVista directory in your program files.
Yeah.
You will get to know what I'm trying to say.
The 3DVista and then the installation folder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Program files, 3DVista.
Not this one, right? Not the local store.
Yeah. No, not that one.
Okay. Let me quickly see.
Program files.
I'm just going to go through these folders now. I've paused the sharing.
What is it that you're trying to do? You're trying to import a whole bunch of animated icons into your library?
Yeah. I mean, you can just copy paste those icons there, but still there's actually 3 major files, 3 data files actually. So go to library. No, not that one. Library. Yeah. So these 3 folders are where everything is stored. So wait, just get. Yeah. See those 3 data files.
Yeah.
Besides those, yeah, they actually call. They are somehow they are connected to those components actually.
Yeah.
So even if we copy, a skin component or a hotspot, even inside those folders, still we need to change, those the coding inside the data file. So it's not possible
so
for
you
us
have to put the links right.
Yeah, and it's actually completely gibberish, which I'm still not able to understand. So I actually left it there itself. So basically, we'll have to wait for 3DVista to update and somehow give us the opportunity to save all those icons and inside the library itself.
Yeah, this will be really, really nice.
Well, Ronald, can we back up a step? So you were showing the beta version where you have, there's now a function when you can say import from marketplace.
Yeah. Well, no, it says open marketplace.
Oh, open marketplace.
And
so,
wait.
Well, my question would be, So I tell you what, let me share my screen for a second if I could.
Yeah, of course.
Because I want to see what the difference would be. All right, you have to stop sharing first.
Yeah, you can now.
Okay. Let's see if I can get this working. Oops. 3DVista. Okay, so I'm trying to enter a hotspot.
Yeah.
Now, what I've done, I'm on my laptop right now. So what I've done, I've already painstakingly, I purchased a package from the marketplace. I downloaded it. And if you notice, when I have the folder here, because they're animated PNGs, I can't preview them. So I don't know which ones I'm selecting. When I hover over them, I can't tell which one is which. And they're not, all that well labeled. So what I had to do was I import my images, I go to that folder, I bring one in, see what it is, and then, so let me say import my images. This could take a minute. Here, go to highlight, I go to yellow, and let's just click on one.
Can you select more in that state? I don't know.
Nah, you gotta click one, I think.
Okay.
So now I bring it in, like, oh, okay, this is the yellow one.
Yeah.
So now what I have to do is click here.
Yeah.
And go to save.
Yeah.
And save it, which I've done. There's the problem. So now the good news is when it's all said and done, if I click, I want another one, I've created my own animated custom folder. So now they're all here.
Yeah.
However, it's really, really cumbersome. So I'm wondering, now that I've purchased these, I know it's the beta version right now, but how does it know if you've purchased them? So if you click on marketplace, you have to purchase them when you click on that? Like, how does that function work?
Good question.
I think you download them, and then you can import the whole thing.
Because the store, because I sell some stuff on the store, and it's literally just a WordPress WooCommerce thing. So I think all they're then doing is we just upload the files, and then you just download them. So I don't think that where it's not a custom store or anything, I don't see how they would link the marketplace to the software, short of making a fully custom marketplace. But I agree, it would be a lot easier to if you could just import them in a batch. And I didn't realize
no, but Dave,
I'm on Mac, which
Dave,
then does
press the other option to import the whole library.
Yeah.
Well, that's my question here. So I know that, for instance, I can go and I can export users hotspot and skin library. Now, I'm not sure exactly what that does. As I said, I have another computer, my desktop. Now on my desktop, I have not yet imported all those animated PNGs that I purchased. So I'm wondering, well, what if I export all of the hotspots and skin library? So it creates a folder, a zip file or whatever. If I go and I import that on my other computer, what's going to be included? Is it going to be all of them? In other words, if I go here, is it going to import all these that I already have, or is it going to import just the new ones that I've added? Because I already have, these are the standard ones that 3DVista comes with. So I don't want to import these on my desktop. I already have them.
How did you create the animated custom one? Did you import them all one by one?
No, yeah, I had to go one by one.
What when you select a whole folder, what does it say?
What if I select the whole folder?
Yeah.
All right, so let's say let's start over. So I click to add a hotspot. Now pretend this file didn't exist. So normally I'm here, right? So you say import my images because I want to use a custom image.
And now you click the folder, which you downloaded from the marketplace.
I think it then just opens.
Yeah, that one, highlight. And now open. No. Go back.
Yeah, no, all it does is then open the actual folder itself.
I can't select the entire folder. It's gonna look for an individual
and what if you select more then?
Isn't it possible? Yeah, multi-select.
If I recall, I'll try it right now, but if I recall, it won't let me. I happen to choose a big one with the freaking neon, which I really don't need.
I'm just testing it now on my end.
Yeah.
No, you can only select one at a time.
Oh.
Yeah, not possible.
Now I've gone and done it. Look at this.
Yes.
Click the X button. Oh,
I can't.
The orange button for the whole library, that's the whole library you exported, like what you showed before, with all the buttons and hotspots.
I may have, it's funny, this may have happened before. I may have shut down 3DVista by doing this. I don't know what it is. He's got 4 or 5 in this package. 4 or 5 of them. They look like they're just animated circles, but they light up like neon, like a backlit neon circle. But you see what happens. I try to bring them in. So here's a warning to all of you. I forget what the name of the package was. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Here we go. See how long it took to load though? So what is it that you want me to try? You want to try bringing in multiple pictures?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I go to import my images, let's go to a.
Just won't let you select more than one.
I can't highlight more than one.
Not possible. Yeah.
With command key, no.
No.
Yeah, well, I have Windows, but control key, same thing. So I'm holding the control key right now.
Oh, yeah.
No.
It only lets me do one.
Okay.
And did you download it as a zip? Maybe it's possible to open the zip file.
Nah.
No, you can't. You can't upload zip files in the 3D.
So I had to go in, and as I said, I had to click save on each one of these things. Which, hey, it's great. So now I've created, bit by bit, I'm creating a library, of the animated custom, just like in the menu. When I go to menu options, I hope you folks are all doing this as well. All the skin items. Hopefully, you save all your menus and the custom things that you create because it makes it so much simpler for following projects. But here's something. There's a lot of things, improvements we'd love to see in the program. This certainly is one of them. How do I bring in a bunch of pictures or animated PNGs and add them to the library? By the way, is anybody doing projects on virtual trade shows?
Yeah. Yeah,
I was trying to work on it, but
I'm asking because that's what we're doing. We're getting a lot of requests for it now, and so we're creating. These are all virtual trade show booths that we're creating. So if anybody needs help, anybody is looking to create a very highly realistic 360 environment with trade show booths, we do a lot of 3D work. And I don't have I didn't add the menu, so I can't go to the panel. I just threw these in here really quick.
Is the whole, everything 3D in it?
Yeah, well, we can, hang on one second. I have to, I do have the windows. Okay, so if you take a look here, we can create virtually any type booth that you want. Obviously you have the 3DVista capability, so you can put videos on the TVs and so on. But the whole idea is that we can create a 3D booth, and we do 3D modeling as well. So let's say you have a client that has whatever types. Let's say they make tools, and you want to have a bunch of tools on a shelf. You can click on the shelf, click on the tool, and show all the information. We can create the environment and create all the different products and stuff for you.
Oh, cool.
We actually have a client right now who is really interested in doing this. We just got started. We've been doing the 3D modeling for a long time, but now with the whole virus situation, all of these trade shows are being canceled, and they're moving to a virtual model. And a lot of those models these platforms are pretty lousy. So there's an opportunity there.
Yeah, and you can also shoot people in green screen and place them in those panoramas.
Yeah, exactly. That's something that I haven't played with yet, but I'd like to. Ronald, is that something you seem very excited? Is that something you're very good at?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I would call myself really good, but yeah, I love playing around with that. I mean, I don't know if you've seen, but right now, yeah.
There you go. And by the way, I found out one of the key things that we have a client that we're working with now. They wanted to know, can we do a tour inside the environment? Well, just so happens that live guided tour has now enabled that capability. And the one concern I had that I posted recently on the Facebook page is, how many people can you host in a tour? So I reached out directly to 3DVista, and the answer was as many as you want, which is great. So imagine you can have you can host a trade show or some type of an expo. You can have 100 people show up, and each one can go off in their own direction and click around and do whatever it is that they want while you host it, if you like. It's a terrific feature.
Do you guys want to try the limit? And I'll join one live guided tour. Let's see if unlimited is really unlimited with the people we have now. I don't know.
Right, I've just been playing around. Sorry to hop back. What I think, as I said, I sell a few bits on the marketplace. I'd never really thought about going importing. How do I share my? Is it possible to share my screen?
Yeah, let me stop sharing mine.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So what I think, well, where's my motion, video settings, screen share. Sorry.
Share screen on the bottom.
Ah, yeah, right in the middle.
Right in the middle, yeah.
Sorry, I'm more a Google Hangouts kind of guy. Right, it's going to make me reset it. Okay, well, don't worry about it. But basically, I've just been playing around with some of the custom hotspots and doing the export thing. I'd never even noticed that export thing you were talking about. So yeah, I just went through and I unchecked skin components, floor plans, and caps. So it only exported the hotspots, and that gave me the VTS library. And then I tried importing that back in, and it did import them all. So I think, like, I'll do it with all mine going forward, and I'll message Carlos at 3DVista, who is kind of running the store, and maybe tell him that to make people do that going forward when they're selling big packs. So like some of my actions, I've done the how to make your own hot bubble icon and the little planet. Those ones are mine on the store. But I've got a few more coming. So what I'll try and do is do like the full pack so everyone can still get the APNGs, but also then just a library file, and that imports them all straight away in one big pack, which, yeah, I'd never thought about that being an issue, because obviously we import them literally one by one as we're building them. But yeah, I've got 3 more packs coming, which are all like real estate packs, hotel packs, hospitality packs. Yes, that's a good idea, and I'll try and, as I said, mention to Carlos that they should tell everybody who's selling a big pack to do that, so they should be a lot easier going forward to import them all, because they've obviously built it for a reason. So
you download it as a VTL library?
Yeah. So, well, that's what I'm just looking at now. That you can download. I assume I can now upload this library file, which contained the 3 little hotspots that I just tested. And so, yeah, you should be able to do it as both the PNGs naturally, because a lot of my ones are kind of customizable. You open them in Photoshop.
Well, my question for you would be if we already have, like you saw that I've got an entire folder full of these new animated PNGs. So how do I, from a folder of images that I have already, how do I create a VTL file that I could then import into 3DVista?
I think the easiest way for you to do it now would be to import every single, where you already have it in your library on your laptop or whichever one it is.
Right.
Import them all onto just one panorama. I'll play around with it a bit more, but if you import them all onto a single panorama, wait a second, it will let me share my screen now. Right, is that sharing my screen?
Yeah.
Perfect. Right. So I've got these 3 animated here. And what I did is the file export that I'd never seen before. and I just unchecked those to only leave me with the hotspots. And I just exported the VTL library to my desktop. And then what I did was import library. So they're not there now. So import the library. And then obviously it knows already that there's only hotspots in there. And so it's made those 3.
Awesome.
Use the import library and just use the PNG files.
Let me see whether you can do that.
Because I see the JPEGs there as well.
So this is like a new one that I'm just listing at the moment. Finals. No, it won't let me select more than one. The format isn't accepted. It must be a VTS. But so what I can do is yeah. So I think that's the easiest way is if people who are making the packs do that. So I think what you would do is you would just, if you wanted to do it yourself, I think all the ones you import, that export thing we were talking about. So obviously these are all the standard ones. Sorry, it's going really slow. I've still got Premiere and After Effects still running.
How's it taking these names, by the way? Grow, pull, spin? Because the hotspots are called image, right?
Sorry, say that again.
Like you have the naming, grow, pulse, and spin.
Yeah.
But in the hotspots, you call them image. Right? Like, shouldn't they take the name of the hotspot when you save it? Or maybe you had it already there.
Right, no, I see what you mean.
It says image because that's what you imported from the hotspot menu. It's, you just imported an image. So that's why it labels it an image.
Yeah, so these are the ones that are on here.
Yeah.
So it's literally just the Photoshop file. So it wouldn't work for these ones because you upload them into it's annoying that everywhere else is telling you to use APNGs, but the 3DVista website doesn't play APNG, so it's a really horrible GIF or GIF, sorry. Yeah, so so it looks pretty easy for the people who make the packs just to give you that file. And as I said, I had no idea that was an issue. But yeah, so that would be quite good going forward. Is I'll make sure to stop share.
Edward, go back. You got sidetracked there for a minute.
Did I?
You showed us how you brought in those 3, just those 3 from you exported to a library or something. Can you go back and show that one more time? How you were able to add those 3 to your library?
That's what he's saying.
So if I were you, say this was all your ones here, I would that you've already set up and named and correctly called stuff.
Right.
I would just go through and add them all one by one. Just doesn't matter where. You don't need to do anything with them as long as they're physically there.
Okay. Yeah, maybe the width and height.
Pardon?
Maybe the width and height and set them right. Like maybe they're very big or small.
Yeah. If they need adjusting, and then when you, so let's just get rid of these for now.
So when you export your hotspots, it's the ones that you've used in your project, not all the ones that are in the menu.
Yeah. So I think it's export. Well, we'll test it now. So I think it's only exporting ones that are in the project. So now if we do export, get rid of all the others, and we'll call this 2, save. Right now, so if I go here, let me just remove these 3. So what it should do now is only import 2. So import library, desktop 2, hotspots. Okay, it's imported. It's imported 3. Yeah. Okay. Right. I'm not quite sure where it's found the other one from. Yeah, I'll keep playing around and see because there's only two in there.
This is But the one thing I was concerned about, Edward, is I was going to import all of the other ones that come automatically, the default icons
maybe you have to clear the cache.
Yeah, no, I don't think it. So I think it only exports the ones. I think it will only export the ones that are being currently used. Well, let's then get rid of that, and let's randomly put in a down arrow and see whether it exports the down arrow as well. Export. So we'll call this 3. Desktop. Custom library is empty.
Because you select panoramas instead of hotspots, right? No?
Did I?
Yeah, I think you did. Oh yeah, it should be doable. Oh no, it's the same error probably.
Desktop. Your custom library is empty. Maybe I've now taken them out the custom library. Animated.
Because you've already saved them. So you have to remove them first from the library, and then it's creating a custom library maybe? Don't know?
I've removed them from the library, but that's it. I think I've removed them from the library.
Try clearing cache first, maybe. After removal, delete those icons and then clear cache and then try.
So what's that one? That's
there's the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Family. So let's just call this custom. Information. Yeah, so there's the name Glow. Save that. So it's remember that one was already called Pulse. And let's just save this one as well, even though I know it's saved. Arrow 2D down. And let's see if I can just change him to the custom as well. So now if I do file, export, user hotspots. 4. I think we're on experiment number 4 now, aren't we? Right, and now if I go back here, now if I remove these, yeah, I've done it in the wrong order. If I remove these from my custom library or from the library general.
And clean cache to be sure, maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe that was
No,
and let's go all out. Let us remove all of these. So we're basically clean. That's gone. One more.
Now it's 100% gone.
You can never have too many clean caches. Is it 4 or 5? 4. There is no 5.
Yeah.
4 import. Yeah, there we go. And that's so. I think just because the arrow was in the custom folder or in the actual panorama, and that's why you're right. Maybe you do have to clear the cache for that to work, but.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's
so
well. That should solve your problem of
well, not completely.
No.
Well, it'll get me from the stuff from my laptop. I can now export and go bring into my desktop.
Yeah, but it's a good practice for 3DVista to let people who create those packages know that they have to export it as a VTL.
Yeah, so what you have to do right now, you have to share this meeting with the creator that created that package for you and say, hey, please import everything and name everything correctly. Create a VTL file so I can import it easily. And you can see it later.
And as I said, I'll reach out to Carlos, the guy who I think runs the marketplace in the 3DVista team, and tell him to let all the other creators know. Because when we submit stuff, we then have to wait. They check it. He downloads it. So I just had one. There was a Photoshop action, and obviously I'm English, so my Photoshop's in English, but for some reason the action wasn't working in other languages, and I think it's a Photoshop bug. The way that they run the actions it uses all the English names, I guess, or whatever language you make it in. So he was testing at his end. So I think everything you upload, they test. But so I'll get him to now start telling people as well, like from now on, upload all the individual ones. Because I mean, for me, I'm on Mac, obviously, and the APNGs do, the APNGs do animate for me. I can't think of where one is. But yeah, you're right. Obviously for Windows 10, it doesn't. And it was just, it's just a lot easier, isn't it? Just to press one button and import them all labeled correctly, all named correctly.
What we can do, Edward, the moment that you were showing very quickly how to do it, we can screen capture that part and use that as a video tutorial on how to do this and send this to all these other creators if you like.
Yeah. Well, I can just reshoot one and make it less just messing around. But I can do that, not a problem.
Okay. Nice.
And also, if anyone wants anything on the marketplace, let me know. I'm adding a bunch of stuff.
Okay. By the way, anyone here is good at coding? I mean, PHP scripting or anything like that?
What were you exactly saying? I didn't get it.
See, there's have been a lot of talk regarding login screen, login ID and password, generating those. Right?
And what is your question around login IDs and passwords?
Yeah, see, there have been a lot of talk on, 3DVista user group related to login ID, password, and even, creating a virtual shop or something similar.
Yeah.
So I guess last time we had a word regarding this, Ronald, if you remember. One of my friend actually told me that if you access your database file through JavaScript, it's actually slightly riskier. A coder will suggest you to avoid, accessing the database using a JavaScript. So it's just something I have thought that it's better to, use PHP script to access database files. So what if there is a possibility, we can actually use a JavaScript to, run or load a PHP script file, which will then connect to the database.
So it's more safe.
Yeah, so it will be more safe, and we can implement it through 3DVista itself. So we still need to actually have a PHP script file loaded on that our folder 3DVista, whichever folder which we create. But still we don't need to create an iframe or something like that, which we can actually we will still require iframe actually. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. So you mean to create a login system, you have JavaScript and PHP, but for a login system, you have to connect to a database and have a secure connection. And you cannot have that through JavaScript. That's just unsecure. So you say PHP is a secure way to do that. So you have to access, to establish a PHP connection through JavaScript to make it secure to have a login system. Correct? With passwords.
Even actually a virtual shop as well. Because see, generally, a lot of companies actually have a database, actually have their own databases for their online websites.
Okay. Did anyone else play around with login information, logging into a virtual tour, creating something with PHP or JavaScript to do that?
No, I think it's easier to do it on the website itself, and then just load the embedded
that's
tour.
Only the second thing. No, actually, this will be useful when you're creating a virtual shop as well. I mean, let's say if you are actually
you have the
providing
database of products.
Yeah, exactly. So you have to access those products, then create that card, shipping card, and stuff like that. So you can still access those products using JavaScript, but as far as I know, or the information I have collected so far, it's the coders actually suggest to avoid accessing those database using JavaScript. So we'll need to find a way, maybe a PHP script or something similar, so that we can directly we can indirectly access those database files. We can create that virtual shop, still having everything connected in a secure way.
I think EZO, I don't know his name, but he was doing some.
No, I'm good. Sorry, it's just.
So no, I'm just
20
curious.
people around here.
Oh, okay. So maybe you were like, oh wait, let me talk, please.
No. Can you hear me though? Yeah. It's just regarding the Ajax stuff. Java, it is safe to connect database. You can use Ajax basically. You can have a hidden iframe there to keep your session alive. Whatever, just a tiny pixel there or somewhere in the corner. But what I was thinking, you can always have a one-way. You can have a PHP script that would filter data for you, or JavaScript that would filter data for you, and you would just get a JSON or XML feed, and you just get all that information into dynamic text boxes or images or whatever. It's something I've been asking Vista for quite a long time. So yeah, more dynamic stuff. But I think there are ways. We've done it because we've done we've been reverse engineering some Vista stuff. I'm not sure. I posted some of this, but they didn't like it. Yeah, we've managed. I did send you some link. Yeah, we even managed the real-time 3D by using Vista UI and then just having our own stuff concept. And we also managed to connect from iframe to iframe. So basically, a Vista UI to a different iframe, a child iframe. They can all communicate, no problems. So I have seen no security issues with JavaScript, PHP, or MySQL. It's just we need some sort of dynamic access to XML or JSON or whatever. So once that is established, we can make something useful out of it. I can share examples as well, but it's still not.
Yeah, that will be really useful.
It's still not straightforward yet. So you have to do a lot of reverse engineering on that. Yes.
That would be nice if you like to.
We added WebGL as like an interactive product configurator inside Vista. So it's an iframe, but it's like a whole UI, and they both communicate. So that one fades out, and you bring back your Vista material, whatever panorama, and you can switch these components back and forth. Yeah.
So you're saying that you can control this product configurator you have created in WebGL through 3DVista buttons or something like that.
Yeah, pretty much. I did paste example actually. If it's in the chat, let me see. It's just a quick test I've done, and it took me a few hours. Let me see. Actually, I will start. Yeah, have a look at this one. It was a very quick one. It took me a few hours, and sorry, and would be with smaller e. Yeah. Oh yeah. How can I share this screen easily?
Yeah, if you can share screen, you can say.
Yeah, I've got 5 monitors here. I'm sorry.
Ah.
Yeah. Right. There is a link in the chat if you want to just have a look.
Yeah, I'm going through that now.
So
I can also share my screen, so you can talk about it.
Sure.
Okay. So here we are. Going to refresh it.
Yeah, Vista uses jQuery WebView. So jQuery WebView, it's you can extend it to whatever you want. I just want some sort of documentation how I can get to jQuery. Yeah, this is the whole interface is done in Vista. Yeah, and I was able to communicate with the Vista buttons to my custom layer. Yeah, so it's all custom made with WebGL.
And then where can you see the panoramas or something like that from 3DVista?
There is like a dummy white, like a square thing, and it's just behind somewhere. So there's not a single panorama here. So I found 3DVista UI designers is quite. You can do a lot of prototyping. It's just the naming convention is a bit weird because the containers are actual diffs, and you do diff nesting, so container nesting, and it works pretty well on mobile as well. So for product prototyping, or even for app prototyping, is just amazing. Yeah, it's just So it's true Vista, and then it's hard.
It's the pop-up from 3DVista. This is kind of like the 3DVista style.
Yeah, but the way it integrates it's amazing. It's by using jQuery web view. And because jQuery, we can also communicate with database and all that. It's just, we need some sort of API to, you can make games with this, you can do whatever you want. It's just documentation. I think it's a lack of documentation and a bit more TLC for advanced users, please. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, what I'm imagining is that, I don't know, like you're in a virtual shop who's selling these doors, and someone's welcoming you through a 360 video or something like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
And he's saying like, "Hey, welcome to this to our shop. Do you like a door? Okay, well here's a door. So do you like it in red or in blue?" And then you change color through.
Oh yeah, that one. It lots of textures and it does amazing stuff. Yeah, and it's easily integratable with Vista. Yeah.
So how do you like? How would you say like, okay, when you're in a project and you say execute action, something like, okay, I place a button or something like that.
Yeah.
I imagine
simple web. Okay, yeah.
Execute JavaScript, right?
Oh, okay. Well, this is a tricky one. It won't take long. It's just 2 minutes, right?
Okay.
So, my presentation on the 3D layer is it has an event listener. So, and I'm saying listen to the parent events because the Vista UI it's a parent, and my 3D interactive door is it's a child. So I'm listening to all parent commands. So if I say the button on the left, if you look at the HTML, it's a div ID. It's got an ID. But unfortunately, Vista assigns their own random IDs, and I have no way of controlling it. So when I design the UI, then I press F12 and I go to developer tools, and I find out ID of that element, and then I go back to my 3D layer and I program it. So if ID 12 is being clicked, do that, or
sources, I think, right?
Yeah. It's a bit of a yeah. If Vista had the element ID, you can name your IDs and elements to create custom views, and that would be absolutely amazing because we could extend this to sky's the limit here. Still doable, but yeah, you have to dig in the core source code and just look for IDs. And sometimes when you resave or recompile project, they swap, they kind of change, they have different numbers. So yeah, the element IDs, I think it's. I'm not sure if you guys are using it, but for any HTML extension or for any database or any UI that you want to expand further and make it more advanced, yeah, definitely we would probably need some advanced features included. That's it from me. Thank you very much. I'm Eugene, by the way. I think you bought one of my galleries.
Ah, you're a gallery creator.
Yes.
Ah, nice. Now I can put a face to you as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
The more coming. Enjoy.
Oh yeah, now I remember your Facebook page as well, Izo.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. All right. Thanks for your time, guys.
Yeah. Thank you too.
Yeah. Thank you.
Let's see. I'm just going to share my screen. And where we kind of like left off, I think, was going through the release notes of the beta. I don't know if we still want to continue doing this. I think it's interesting. We also have a part 2 of the meetup, which I'm thinking of is like sharing some virtual tours. It was kind of like to set up a program for the meeting. I'm not sure if we actually still need it. I still have an idea how to do that, and you know, maybe sharing some tours of people that maybe not be talkative as much, but they like to talk. So are we going to stick to the beta release notes, or are we going to part 2 and share some virtual tours of each other? What do you think? Please don't be silent.
How many people have left actually?
Continue.
Okay, yeah, there's 20 on it.
What do you prefer?
I guess.
You can share the tools everywhere. Though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Facebook. So
like
I'm not sure it's a. Yeah, it's a, you know.
Okay, so we're gonna move to part 2 now.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to end the live stream. Oh wait, let's just not do that. Stop sharing. So it's not on Facebook anymore. If you're on Facebook watching now, you can still join the Zoom meeting and continue watching. But it's just I thought it would be better this way.